Okay, guys, if you please take a show of hands again, and we will go around with the microphones. We start with Tyrone here, please, guys.
Hi, Pep. We've just been speaking to Nathan about Erling Haaland and what he's like on the training pitch. He started every game so far for Manchester City. Are there any plans to rest him tomorrow night? And are you treating him differently in this stage of the season because he's not going to the World Cup in November? Do you feel you can sort of push him more than some of the other players until the World Cup starts?
No. I don't think a selection thinking the World Cup, so the national trainers will decide to handle the players when they get it. So they don't think about us, we're not going to think about them. So tomorrow I'm going to decide what is the team selection, because just 2 days I have to speak with the players, with the physios, the doctors, and decide what's the best. We'll see.
Pep, you've in recent games, obviously, you've had such handsome victories that you've been able to take off a lot of key players well before the end. Do you think that could have a really significant impact for you in this really hectic month of fixtures? Do you think when you get to the back end of October, you could really benefit from that?
Yeah, it's true that the last 25, 30 minutes when the games are tight is when the fatigue increase and the risk for the injuries rise. This is the reality. But yeah, of course, lately we were lucky to score the goals in the first half, in the beginning, the second, and after we can rotate, not just to rest players for this fatigue, always to be involved everyone. So, and the last games was good because everybody play minutes, a lot, all of them. And when we need them, they will be ready. And tomorrow will not be an exception.
Could it help combat fatigue issues, though, possibly this month? Could it be a factor for you, a beneficial factor?
No, I don't know. Every game is differently, so it's different. So no, I don't think so. Every game in every history, so the players can handle 90 minutes, and sometimes when I like when everybody can help to be involved, everyone to the team, and play as best as possible and reach the best level. Everyone, I like it. And when I can use it, so we have this weapon right now, the 5 substitutions. But that doesn't mean you can use it. Sometimes I'm not going to use it and play just the same one they start. And sometimes I'm going to use 5. So we'll see.
Hi, Pep. FC Copenhagen has played some good matches here in Park and in international games in the past. Do you expect them to, be a more difficult opponent tomorrow than it was last week?
Yeah, they used to speak of itself. He has always have been difficult for many, many, many important teams. And I'm pretty sure the players of Copenhagen have pride. And if we play in Copenhagen after 2 months, our game at home will be different. But just 1 week later, still is there, and they have pride, and they will perform better, and it's going to happen. It will be a completely different way. But at the same time, you have the opportunity to close our qualification for next stage, and we're going to try tomorrow.
Hi, Pep. I think it was after the first Champions League game in Seville when you said Foden had played really well, and before that he'd maybe been a bit up and down. I think since then, in the 4 or 5 weeks since, he seems to have played much better. I'm just wondering what you think of his performances and how he's done generally this season, left and right.
Yeah, that's right. The last games we performed really well. Our downs are few minutes. In general, we are understanding, we're pressing much better, more effectively. Our build-up is much better in different ways we can do it. And yeah, I'm more than satisfied so far.
Sorry, that was a good answer, but I meant to say that was about Phil Foden specifically.
Foden about?
The question was about Phil Foden initially. So after the Seville game, you said he was good, but before maybe not so consistent. But since then, has he been good? Better?
Yeah, really good. Yeah. Really good. No complaints.
As overall this season, how do you think the team has been defending?
Well, I would say the last game's better. But yeah, sometimes sometimes in general it's good. We can do better, yeah, in many aspects, but in general I'm satisfied. But is we are a period like when you play 3 games, in 3 days. We don't have that much time to analyze or thinking how is our situation. You know that. After Liverpool game, we say, okay, we have a long week, and after that time, okay, we're doing better. But now it's yesterday arrive at home and just to prepare. You know, you don't have much time to reflect how is the position display or the other one, how we are attacking or defending. It's a matter, okay, now it's Copenhagen, next one. Review the game, what we have done good, what we can do better, what first half they play 4 in the back, second half they play 5 in the back, how we have to handle both situations if they decide to play in these ways, what do you have to do, and like he asked me about field. I don't have much time now to think about a specific situation. In general, it's good because the last 3 games, we are playing better and scoring a lot of goals, conceding few chances, and this is what the level we had in the previous 4 or 5 seasons. And I'm like that because that means the team is still here. No, this didn't disappear, and this is good.
I was wondering how difficult it is for you as a manager to not really have the same back 4 playing most weeks, because ordinarily, traditionally, managers would want the same back 4 week in, week out.
Yeah, I would love to have the same back 4, but they cannot handle, for the players that we have, they cannot handle every 3 days and being fit. The other teams, maybe they can do it, we can't. For the players we have, Jonathan can, Nathan can't, Ruben last season still fell down, and I may come back from the big injury. So, and it's important for us, everybody can play and everybody can perform well. If you want to be in there with all the titles we are fighting, plus World Cup, being in that position until the end, being ready to fight for them. Otherwise, it's so difficult.
Yes, good evening, Pep. TV2 Norway. It's still early in Erling Braut Haaland's career at City. He had to adapt to the club and the team, but has he, and the way he plays, changed your style of play in any way? Has the team had to adapt to him in a way?
Well, it's happened. It works so far. So, of course, we adapt a little bit, and he adapt. Yeah, we know each other on and off the pitch. But he settled perfectly and quickly because he's a nice guy. He listens well, he understands the things quickly. He's able to do it for himself, for the team. The team feels protect with him. We know we have an incredible threat up front, weapon to use him. And at the same time, he knows what you have to do because mates, they do it. And when that's happened, the situations come easy.
And you faced a lot of great strikers, both as a player and a manager. Who would you compare him to, or is he unique in his own way?
Absolutely, he's one of the best. No doubt about that. I had many, very, very good, all of them, and Erling is one of them. So the numbers speak for itself, for the fact that early age, how many goals in Champions League in Norway, in Austria, in Germany, now in England. So it's, I speak a lot about him, about these questions, but sometimes I should not sell anything. It just look the numbers, what he does on the pitch, it will be enough. It will be enough.
And some of the numbers are 11 touches, 2 goals in 45 minutes. The last time you played FC Copenhagen. How is it possible to be so deadly and have such an impact on the game with so few touches?
Yeah, I had the feeling that comparing in the beginning, like for example against Bournemouth, I remember in other games I was not much involved in the game. Now it's much more involved, not just to score a goal, but we know when we arrive in the final third in the box, we have a special instinct to know exactly when the ball is going to finish to put in the net. And this is why he's an exceptional striker.
Good evening, Pep. How have you prepared your team for FC Copenhagen?
As every game, and we are not going to underestimate them, that's for sure. It's our nature. the nature of the manager, the players they have, and the nature of the players. That's why in these seasons all the time we try to reach less stages in all competitions, and tomorrow will not be an exception. So hopefully if it doesn't work well, it's because Copenhagen did it really, really well, not because we were not in our best. So Champions League, we don't have many options, we have few, and we have to use it. And tomorrow we have the first match ball, to finish already in the last 16, and we're going to try to get it tomorrow.
We'll leave it there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.